I remember the day I decided to teach a bear to drive. It wasn't my idea. The bear came to me in a dream and said, "If I can learn to operate heavy machinery, I'll finally have the upper paw in my feud with the raccoons." And who was I to argue with destiny? The first challenge was finding a car big enough. I settled on a used ice cream truck because if things went south, at least the bear would be distracted by the promise of frozen treats. I named the bear Frank, which is short for Frankly. This is a terrible idea. Frank was a quick learner, but he had some bad habits. He kept trying to steer with his claws, which left deep grooves in the dashboard, and he refused to wear a seatbelt, insisting that true freedom is knowing you could be ejected at any moment. I respected that. We practiced in an empty mall parking lot, which was perfect until Frank mistook a mannequin in a department store window for a very still enemy. He swerved straight through the glass, sending shards everywhere. The security guard just sighed and said, "Not again," which made me wonder how often this exact scenario had played out before. Eventually, Frank got his license. He celebrated by driving to the woods and abandoning the truck in a creek. "This is where I belong," he said, gazing at the sunset. Then he handed me a soggy driver's test certificate with a single claw mark where his signature should have been. I still see him sometimes, riding a stolen motorcycle through town, his fur streaming in the wind. The raccoons scatter when he revs the engine. And I like to think, somewhere out there, a very confused DMV employee is staring at a file that just says species. Yes, moral of the story: never teach a bear to drive unless you're prepared to answer very specific questions from your insurance company.